Block off an entire section. Totally freaking sweet. Anyway, bunch of cool things. A video called Freaks on a Swing. I did that as a request from those guys. Not really sure why, but whatever the hell. And excuse my language. They have little mist stations. Pretty cool. They're all over the place. They are exhibiting animals and such. Yeah. Totally cool. This might be my shortest video today. Cattle, donkey, turkeys, the whole shebang. I'm here with my family, but they are not with me right now. I just took a walk because the place I was at was too freaking hot, again, excuse my language. Well, it's near the end of the day. Everything's starting to close up. I'm just gonna check out some stuff over here. Hello there.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. You?
All right.
So, the Stowe Minutemen.
Yeah.
Were you perhaps at like Old Sturbridge Village or some place like that?
We were there last week.
Yeah, I was there last weekend too.
Okay.
So I saw this. I saw the sign. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, right in front of the, right as you had to.
Right as yeah, I was looking around and such.
Yep, that was us.
So I felt like stopping by.
Yep. So pretty much the same display.
Pretty much the same, yeah.
Crafts that we had there.
But in a much fun
This
too.
is different. I didn't have the surgical set because some other people had surgical tools there, so I didn't want to repeat it.
Yeah, the whole thing of surgery between the Revolutionary War and the Civil War, it's pretty disgusting.
Oh, wasn't it? Especially because they had not much to kill pain and nothing to put you to sleep.
They had no anesthetics or things like that, and it was really painful.
It was good technique. The techniques were effective and they worked well. The tools were good. A lot of the tools are still used today.
Yeah, actually.
But if you're not asleep, it's deadly.
It hurts.
And the other thing is they couldn't stop infection after the surgery because they didn't know what caused it.
Yeah, that's like what killed Stonewall Jackson after he got shot by his own men, lost his arm.
Right.
And then he died of infection. I'm like,
it was the infection.
It was the infection that most of the deaths were from surgical infections.
From the infection, not from the surgery itself, but the infection afterwards. So, and that was just the state of the medical art of the day. Just like their treatments for illness involve bleeding, giving you something to make you vomit or throw up or go to the bathroom. Was their theory of getting rid of poisons in the body.
Yeah.
They also put stuff into the body. You know, if you were, they thought that something was out of balance, so you were short of something or had too much of something.
Yeah, so that's all this stuff here?
That's the medicines. They would give you stuff orally. They would give you, some diets, some bland diets for certain kinds of sicknesses, which probably were their best treatments.
Yeah,
bland diets.
Actually, one of my friends from my Boy Scout troop actually works at Old Sturbridge Village. His name's Will Fleming.
Okay.
He's like in the Fife and Drum Corps, I think he said. And I ran into him. I'm like, hey dude, how's it going? I'm like, you look terrible because you look like you're about to pass out. He didn't look too good. He had sweat all over his face. He had the drum that was half the size of him. I'm like, okay, I'll see you in sometime in September.
We hope.
I hope, because he told me he worked there. I'm like, cool. I hope I run into you.
Yeah, we don't have our music here today, but we have our own fife and drum unit. We had a bunch of them last week.
I was
going to go around this evening.
Pretty cool gun things. I took a lot of pictures on this.
Yeah.
Took a lot of pictures.
Well, it's kind of fascinating stuff.
It is.
It's a fun hobby, to do the history research and figure out what these things were and how they used them and why they used them.
Because I really don't remember that much from Old Sturbridge Village, because the last time I went, from last weekend, the last time I went was when I was in elementary school. I think it was 5th or 6th grade, which was 3 or 4 years ago.
Right, and a lot of that stuff doesn't stick with you. You have to be a certain age for it to make sense, and if it doesn't make sense, it really goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah,
You know,
but
you need a context for
Yeah,
it
I
to
ca-
stick.
so I kind of focus a lot on this, like these kind of like eras, like Revolutionary, Civil War.
Revolutionary to Civil War is fascinating time.
I'm pretty much fascinated with those times. I actually did a report on Abe Lincoln, and but the funny part about doing the reports, they had to make you dress up as the person you were doing.
Okay.
So like the day before it was due, I had to run to iParty and grab the whole thing, and then I pretty much the minimum time you were supposed to do was like 5 minutes. I did a 45-minute thing on the life of Abe Lincoln.
All right.
I'm like, oh yeah, and I still have the hat somewhere in my closet thing, as I can't find it. But this is a lot of cool looking stuff here.
Yeah. Well, we gather it over a period of time, we add to it as time goes
Yeah, but
on.
looking at this makes me quiver,
Oh, you know, some of this stuff really turns your stomach.
especially that thing right here. It's pretty-
Which one? This guy?
That thing
You know
freaks
what
me
that's
out.
for?
No, but it freaks me out just looking at it.
For head injury, which you can get as bleeding or swelling underneath the skull, and all that pressure is going to push into the brain. And that's not a good thing for your brain. So what they do is they use this to actually drill out a small piece of skull. And that lets the pressure release to the outside, and that saves your brain. So
It makes sense, but also
it makes sense. It was a
Ew.
good tool. It worked, and they still will do that today for brain injuries.
yeah, but except
But now
that's creepy.
they can stop all the pain. That's the big difference.
Pretty like I recognize that saw because I'm in Boy Scout, so I recognize that saw.
Yep.
And evidently Simon loved it too. That was
Yeah. A lot
the
of
thing that killed
cool
me.
looking
I mean, it was a nice dog act, but
things here.
Yeah, well, like I say, a lot of them are still used today. The saws and the
Saws.
scalpels, the forceps, the big scissors, small scissors.
Big, small.
This thing is still used. Most of these kinds of things now, they use electrical rather than hand.
When I looked at that, I thought it was like to me,
People-
it kind of looks like a bottle opener.
People get all sorts of gruesome ideas for that. It's actually just a wrench for changing the blade on the saw.
You can do a lot of things with it.
They found better ways to extract teeth. This would hook onto a back molar,
Yeah.
lock on, and you would have to give it a twist to break it out of the socket,
Ooh.
and then pull it out.
That
And
hurt.
with
That
some
hurt.
people who didn't know what they were doing, they could break your jaw. So you could end up worse than you started. In fact, if the broken jaw got infected, it could kill you.
Ew.
So you go to get your tooth pulled, and you could get killed.
It's like normally like a day in Old Sturbridge Village. How hot does it get?
Well, it depends on the season.
Yeah.
So last weekend it was
Last
pretty
weekend
humid.
it was. I was dying of sweat, and
Yeah.
it was fun. I took like half of my pictures on my iPod here, are pretty much of Old Sturbridge Village. I took that many pictures.
Well, it's even hotter when you're dressed in 18th century clothing with multiple layers. And,
Yeah, if you have anything metal, that's really.
this actually is incomplete dress. Out here in public, I should have an outer coat on, but it's
Ugh.
just too hot. At some point, you just say, "Sorry, authenticity takes a back seat to health."
I can agree. There's a lot of pretty cool looking things here.
That's lace making. That's the way they made lace back in the from the 1500s until the Industrial Revolution of the 1800s.
This is pretty neat stuff. Even though I was just at Old Sturbridge Village last weekend, I'm still fascinated by all of this
We
stuff.
were there.
Yeah.
We were there. Yeah.
I saw the place. Like as soon as you walk in, one of the camps is like right there. So I'm like, let's go.
You've got this little guy here, but he's the only one. That other one was actually with the sheep. So.
A lot of cool looking things here. A little couple of tin soldiers here. Oh, large. Couple of soldiers here. That's letters and stuff and writing clothes. Pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. The Stowe Minutemen. They were at Old Sturbridge Village the weekend that they had that Revolutionary War reenactment. Now they're here. That woman had hawks and everything. Hawks, owls. They're freaked out by the I think they're freaked out by cameras or something like that. Try to make this long as I can. Or as short as I can, don't know. Just doing a little tour thing. I walked around for like an hour. Walked around for an hour. Here you can, the shops, here you can buy all sorts of flags. Pretty cool flags. Oh. Like I said, all sorts of flags and pretty neat flags. How you doing? So over here in this general area, you can buy all knickknacks, doodads, pretty useful things. Verizon. It's getting a bit windy. It's getting a bit windy, so might not be able to hear this much. So I'm trying to stay as close to the mic as I can. They sell cool things here, and all this general area is nothing but food. Nothing but food. Let's go
We'll head down this way. Yeah.
check out the blacksmith
Yeah, it's right there.
place. Get walking. That old Sturbridge Village thing, I was there the weekend of the Revolutionary War reenactment thing. It's part of my old Sturbridge Village video. This is going to, if you guys thought this is just gonna be me walking around, yeah. Here you can buy a cup and get unlimited refills for the entire day. Pretty cool, I've had like 6 refills today. Let's walk over here, shall we? Walk into the blacksmith place. Gotta look where I'm walking. Yep, cool. I can feel the heat sting.
And then you might have other members, so then you can, are you leaving? Or is that? Are you leaving or are you just going around the fair? Probably just going around the fair. Well, once you leave, we'll finish.
So, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm making an 8-bar horseshoe. It's a therapeutic shoe. This is a large one. It's about a size 4.
Ah,
For a good size horse, small round horse, maybe.
so you guys,
Usually out the nail hole.
so are you guys have been doing this like all day?
Yeah, I've been here since 8 o'clock. Till 8:30.
Wow. I passed through here a couple times.
I haven't been foraging the whole time.
Ah,
I've been kind of working on and off.
yeah. The weather's been crazy today. It's been raining a lot.
Yeah,
Huh.
sure has.
Yeah.
Nice and dry in here.
Seems it gets pretty hot in here.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Especially standing next to this thing.
I can feel it from right here.
Yeah. The first time I started making horseshoes, I was like, Grant, you gotta be kidding me. Jeez.
All right. Listen, I have to go. So.
Enjoy
All
the
right.
fair.
All right. Thank you. Looks like I have to go. Looks like I have to go. Sorry if you could not hear him. Kind of a soft, scratchy voice. He said he was making a horseshoe. He agreed with me that the weather has been crazy, and he's been here since 8 in the morning. Holy crap!